Hey, welcome in, FG here. So we're going to do a bit more copper today. Remelting a kind of a funky tree of life. But we're going to try something different today. I am going to do a sand mold. But if you recall, using this sand, my hypothesis is that the oil in this sand is burning and causing gases that bubble up through the copper. So I purchased a new type of sand. It's called Teton Black 180. It's water-based. So we have our spray bottle here to wet it. It's just a little bit dry. I tried it a little bit before and it just wasn't quite sticking together. So I need to wet it just a hair. So I'm going to get some of that out here on the tray and we'll use the spray bottle to wet it, and I'll cut that into it and we'll get it to the consistency where it's holding together good. And then we'll try to pour. And I'm going to try a couple things. I am going to try and re-pour the Stacker Social round, maybe in copper. And I have a couple. I've redone these rounds. Piece of fuzz. I've redone these rounds to try and pour inside with a larger symbol on the back here. So we'll see how that goes. So I'll be back later and we'll see how this sand turns out. And my hypothesis is that while the water may turn to steam, it may escape out the air vents rather than bubbling up through like gases. We'll see. Not sure how it'll turn out, but we'll give it a try. All right, so I'm kind of experimenting with different wetness. This is the first one I did. It's a little bit drier than that one, then this is the wettest. So we'll see how it turns out here. I think we have some molten copper, so let's give it a pour. Obviously too wet. This one was just about right. I wonder if I use the torch on it, because I need it a little bit wetter, I think, to let it set correctly around the mold and not just pull apart. one definitely didn't turn out. This one is a special project. Boy, so that when that heats up, it really fuses this together. I mean, you can see how soft this sand is versus this sand at the moment. Just put the whole thing in there. We'll finish off the crucible with a few more trees of life. getting hot in there. All right, well, we'll check. Pretty sure the one that was really wet didn't come out. The one that was medium wet, kind of. This one, I think, came out the best of those three. But we'll see what it looks like in the end. Very warm water. So that did come out not too bad. I don't see the typical bubbling and such, though it did kind of mush the S in. But we'll clean this up and see how it turns out. This is a special project, so I'm not going to show the front of it at this point. That may come later. Alrighty. Boy, this water turned really murky. So we'll clean this one up. This is the one that was in the medium. I may clean up okay. The Tree of Life was fine. Of course, I figured the Trees of Life would be fine. This is the wet one. I way over poured that one. But you can see it was steaming and boiling and popping. So it really didn't turn out. So we'll get that one cleaned out and it'll go back into a remelt. So there's a remelt. And a few more Trees of Life. I think those will probably clean up pretty good. So we'll be back later. Okay, so final verdict. I think that this will pour better or work better for copper. It really hardens it. I mean, it's almost like a cookie. it's that hard. Whereas when it starts, it is really soft. So I think the key will be getting down the amount of moisture in it so it's not boiling and turning to steam and trying to push the steam out through the copper. But you can see the second one, and I just got done toning these with the torch. The second one I did turn out reasonably well, and while I have a couple of those little voids, I don't have the same pooching up that the burning oil in the other one causes. So I thought that turned out pretty good. The trees of life here turned out pretty good. They're still kind of warm. I thought that they all turned out pretty good. Especially that one. That one has some nice colors in it. And my special project turned out pretty good. Again, I'm not going to show you the front of it, but this is a big one. Kind of the same size as the prints that I've been making for Cartier. I tried printing the 2025. That kind of didn't turn out so well, but we can live with that. And I'm going to stamp its weight over here. But I thought that turned out pretty good. And the colors on the front are even better. And I hope the person I'm making this one for will really enjoy it. So you're going to have to wait to see this until later, because I don't want to show off here and ruin the surprise. But it does have some cool kind of bronzed purpling colors on the back, and the front even has some greens and blues. So anyways, that's it for today. I guess we've already done our wrap up. So thanks for joining me. I always appreciate your subscriptions and comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.